With a title like New Eden, you naturally wonder, who's the new serpent? More than halfway through For All Mankind's third season, there are many. The betraying snake could be Will Tyler, Robert Bailey Jr., the NASA astronaut who outs himself as gay without first running it up the chain of command. Or it could be reptilian Danny, KCW Johnson, losing his mind to jealousy and, now, painkillers. Another solid candidate for slithery villain are the Soviet cosmonauts, always ready to undermine their American colleagues' saviors. It remains to be seen if humans will suffer an Edenic fall and be cast out of this Martian paradise, but so many factors could contribute to catastrophic failure. Danielle, Chris Marshall, is trying to keep her blended NASA/Roscosmos crew together. Despite the pressures of Will's bombshell and Soviets going behind her back to form a deal with Ed, Joel Kinnaman, and Helios to extract liquid water discovered under the soil. Back on Earth, Ellen Wilson, Jodie Balfour, is trying to contain the cultural upheaval Will's coming out has caused by introducing a craven don't ask, don't tell like policy, rolled out in our timeline by the Clinton administration in 1993. We may have sent explorers 100 million miles away, but Earth problems still circumscribe their behavior. Homophobia doesn't vanish when you sail past the moon, and the human urge to be first can ruin true joy. Look at Ed and Danny when they finally land on Mars to plant the Helios aerospace flag. It's almost comical. Danny gives Ed contemptuous side-eye through his helmet, still disgusted by Ed's choice to abort the landing due to loss of GPS and low visibility. Ed frowns at the Helios flag as if to say, "Big deal." You want to shake both of them and say, "Look around, you dummies. You're on frigging Mars. Who cares if you weren't first?" For that childlike awe, we turn to Will Tyler, who stares at the majestic russet landscape with a beatific grin. Our humans struggle between their selfish egos and their capacities for cosmic wonder. Ironically, Will is so inspired by the glory of Mars that he decides to liberate himself and reveal his sexuality. That idealistic act has direct, negative consequences. Outrage from conservatives on Earth and, sadly, bigotry from former buddy Roland Baronoff, Alexander Sokovikov, who fears touching Will might give him HIV. So much is at stake, such petty prejudices are absurd in contrast. Sojourner 1 damaged its engines irreparably when it made its semi-blind landing, so the NASA/Soviet crew will have to get a ride back from Ed and Phoenix. Phoenix needs to generate methane fuel from water and elements in the Martian atmosphere in order to make the return journey. In the meantime, Danny and crew set up base in Happy Valley, but their water supply is running low and thermal controls are broken, leading to a swampy, claustrophobic environment in the hab. Too many people are crammed into too small and hot a space. When Danny gathers the crew for an update on rationing water, Kuznetsov, Lev Gorn, bristles when she dares to give his crew orders. Coldly and with excessive politeness, Danny asks the Soviet commander to pass on orders to his crew. He also doesn't like it when Danny calls him Kuz, but I think it's cute. Next, director Andrew Stanton's aerial tracking shot transports us from Happy Valley over mountain ranges and gulches to Helios base. We were so close, Karen, so close. That's Ed's video messaging Karen, Chantel Van Santen, back on Earth. Ed explains why he aborted the landing. He looked over at Danny and realized he couldn't live with himself if anything happened to the kid, who's like a son to Ed. The camera pulls back and, yes, there's Danny still hacking into Ed's D-mail. You might hope that Ed's tenderness would soften Danny's Oedipal rage. Instead, Danny feels infantilized by Ed's fatherly feeling and perhaps burdened by guilt. It's his fault they didn't land on Mars first. In the next scene, while drilling for water at Helios Base, Danny accidentally gets a tear in his glove from the drill. He gets the injury on his hand patched up and the doc prescribes painkillers. Addiction alert. When Ed enters to find out what happened, if Danny followed protocol with the drill, the kid snaps, "I know what the hell I'm doing. I don't need you to fucking look after me." He grabs his pills and storms off.